What is up, Flockers? That is my fellow lockers and aspiring lockers. Okay, look at these. Stunning, right? The length, the thickness, the vibes. This is what we all see when we think about starting locks. We're manifesting this energy from day one. But hold up. This is what the beginning actually looks like. Welcome to the starter lock phase, where dreams meet reality and your head looks like it's having an identity crisis. Listen, I get it. You're excited. You've been scrolling through lock inspo for months now. You've already named your future locks. You're ready for this lock journey to be perfect from the jump. But here's the tea, and I'm serving it piping hot today. The starter phase is where most people mess up their entire lock journey before it even gets good, and nobody's really talking about it. So today, I'm breaking down the 5 biggest mistakes that people make with their starter locks. And trust me, if you avoid these, you're gonna save yourself time, money, and a whole lot of "what did I do to my hair" moments. So let's get into it. First up, we've got what I like to call over manipulation mania. And yes, I'm calling you out if you've been retwisting your starter locks every 3 days. I know they're your babies. I know you want to make sure that they're sitting right, looking cute, staying tight. But bestie, you're doing too much. Every time you manipulate your starter locks, you're literally disrupting the locking process. Your hair is trying to lock up, and you keep interrupting it. Like, no, boo, do it this way. Allow your hair to do its thing. And can we talk about how things lead to thinning and breaking down the line? Because what you're doing now is setting the foundation for what your locks will look like in 2 to 5 to 10 years from now. Do you want strong, thick locks? Or do you want "where did half of my hair go" locks? Exactly. So the fix? Get yourself a satin bonnet or a lock sock. Protect those babies at night, and during the day, leave them alone. Your hands should not be your favorite styling tool. Now, I'm not talking about running your hands through your fingers through your hair and flipping it from side to side throughout the day. I'm talking about those people that we've all been around who can't go 5 minutes without twisting their hair, even when they're in mid-conversation or do an important task. That's what I'm talking about. Stop twirling those starter locks and let them rest. Moving right along to mistake number 2. Product overload with the side of toxic ingredients. Ooh, this one makes me mad. So many people think that more products equal faster locking. They're out here with gel, with wax, oil, edge control, and whatever else they found under their bathroom sink, slathering it on like icing on a cake. No! What are you doing with your life? First of all, most of those gels and waxes, they're lying to you. They've got ingredients that are causing buildup, flaking, and actually preventing your locks from forming properly. We're talking about petroleum, mineral oil, beeswax. Basically, everything sounds like it belongs in a candle and not actually on your head. If you can't pronounce the first 5 ingredients and none of them are plant-based, put it down. Your starter locks need to breathe. They need to be able to lock up naturally without being suffocated by product. The move? Keep it clean and simple. Water-based products, light leave-in conditioners, lightweight gels. If you absolutely need them, and for the love of all that is holy, read the ingredients, please. Your scalp will thank you. Your locks will thank you. And your future self will definitely thank you when you're not dealing with years of buildup. Okay, mistake number 3. And this is where I need y'all to pay attention because nobody talks about this enough. Your scalp health. Everybody is so focused on the locks themselves that they forget where the locks are growing from. Your scalp. If your scalp isn't healthy, your locks aren't going to be healthy. It's giving building a house on a shaky foundation. Dry scalp, itchy scalp, dandruff, these aren't just annoying little problems. They're actively working against your lock journey. Your scalp needs to be clean and moisturized and happy in order for your locks to thrive during the starter phase. And I know what y'all are thinking. But if I wash my hair too much, won't my locks unravel? Listen, a clean scalp is more important than perfect looking starter locks. Period. Your locks will lock up when they're ready to. They're not just gonna give up because you washed your hair. So what's the solution? Gentle washing. Do not be aggressive, but definitely wash. I have some videos demonstrating tools to help you wash your starter locks to minimize the unraveling, and I'll make sure to link those in the description box below. Make sure you oil your scalp with something light like a jojoba oil or a tea tree oil. And please keep your environment clean. That means your pillowcase. Change it regularly. Your scalp is skin and it deserves the same care as your skin on your face. All right, number 4 is gonna ruffle some feathers, but we're keeping it all the way real today. Skipping professional guidance, or, and this is just as bad, but choosing the wrong stylist. Look, I love a good DIY moment as much as the next person, and I've been a DIYer for 4 out of my 6 lock journeys, but starting locks is not the time to wing it unless you really know what you're doing, or you're willing to invest the time to doing your research and learning your hair type, your texture, your lifestyle. All of this matters when deciding how to start your locks. Should you do 2-strand twists? Should you do comb coils? Should you interlock? Should you freeform? A good loctician knows how to assess your specific hair and recommend what's actually going to work for you. But, and this is a big but, not everyone who calls themselves a loctician actually knows what they're doing. Some red flags to look out for: if they're using excessive amounts of product, if they're twisting your hair so tight that your edges are crying, or if they're not talking to you about scalp health. Go on and run out the door. A good loctician is part stylist and part educator. They should be teaching you how to maintain your locks between appointments, what products to use, and setting realistic expectations for you. If they're just twisting your locks and sending you on your way, that's not the move. Do your research, look at their previous work, read reviews, and ask questions during the consultation. Your lock journey is an investment, so make sure that you're investing in the right person. And if you're gonna do it yourself, then make sure that you invest in your own education so that you don't have regrets down the line. And finally, we have arrived at mistake number 5. And honestly, this might be the most important one: impatience and unrealistic expectations. I need everyone watching this to hear me clearly. There is no such thing as instant locks. I don't care what TikTok has said. I don't care what that product promised. Locks are a journey, not a destination, and you cannot fast travel through this. Even using the instant lock method only gives the look of mature locks, but your hair will still go through the same stages as it matures. You can't skip the frizz, you can't skip the budding, and the unruliness that often comes along with starting a lock journey. Your starter locks are going to look messy sometimes. They're going to frizz up. They might even unravel a little. Some might be thicker than others. You might have a few that are doing their own thing entirely and pointing different which ways. And you know what? That is normal. The beauty of a lock journey is in the transformation. Every stage has its own unique beauty, including this awkward starter phase. You're not supposed to look like someone who's had locks for 5 years when you've only had them for 5 months. That's not how this works. This is a marathon, not a sprint. And the people with the most beautiful, healthy, thriving locks are the ones who trusted the process, who didn't rush, and who celebrated the small victories along the way. So here's the call to action. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your hair. Trust the process and take progress photos so that you can see how far you've come along the journey. And most importantly, you have to stop comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10. All right, y'all, those are the 5 biggest mistakes to avoid during your starter lock phase. So let's do a quick recap. Stop touching your locks every 5 seconds. Keep your products clean and minimal. Don't forget that your scalp exists. Get professional guidance from the right person or educate yourself properly. And be patient and trust your journey. If you avoid these 5 mistakes, you're already ahead of the game. Your future self with those long, healthy, gorgeous locks is going to thank you for taking care of them from the very beginning. If this video has helped you, hit that like button, hit that like button, and also subscribe if you want more lock tips, hair advice, and honesty about the natural lock journey. And drop a comment and let me know, are you in your starter phase right now? What's been your biggest challenge? I want to hear from you. And remember, your lock journey is your journey. There's no right or wrong timeline. Just stay consistent, stay patient, and keep those locks healthy. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.